do it like this, no, do it like that, do it like this, no, do it like that. Yeah. Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Self Development with Tactics podcast. And today we go through the last part of the How to Write Copy That Sells book summary, but actually how to write copy that sells summary. And unfortunately enough, I do not really know where I stopped, but we will see. We will see, and I think and I hope that this episode will be as great as the other three ones. Actually, it took me 3 episodes, which is then some sort of, I don't know, 1 hour or so. No, it's more. It's 1.5 hours actually to go through. Or did I went through it? I don't know. No, I didn't. So, compelling offers, the open framework, didn't do that. Closing templates, they get the job done. Maybe. Beyond belief. I think I went through this one, but not through the 10th part, which is a guarantee that is powerful beyond belief. So the first point is start with the words 100% unconditional money back guarantee, which is, at my point of view, very, very important, because if you have this promise, this great promise, you are very, very certain that you will not lose any money if there are any inconveniences. The second step is sell your benefits and transformations in the guarantee itself. The third one is integrate your USP, unique selling proposition, into the language of the guarantee itself. The fourth one is personalize the guarantee. I'm sorry, but it's a little bit too loud when my windows aren't closed. The fifth one is give the longest guarantee possible. The sixth one is today I've seen just a very, very great bottle which helps you to keep your beverages cold and or warm, whatever you put in it. And actually they had lifetime warranty on this thing, which is, I think, pretty great, because you then know if there is anything that's not working with it or anything isn't good, you have always the chance or the possibility to, send it back and get a new one, or, get some sort of check, or I don't know what they do. But I think they will fix your problem. The sixth one is demonstrate that returns are easy and hassle-free, which is, at my point of view, also very, very important, because often it is like, people don't really know how to get their things back. And if they know, while they're buying it or before they're even buying it, that it's pretty easy to send it back, there is no, they just eliminate every fears you could have as a customer who buys your product. You have your guarantee, you can send it back, you get shown how you can send it back, and you will see that it's pretty easy. What's the benefits, money back guarantee, everything. The seventh one is assure them that this is a no string attached unconditional guarantee, which is, I don't know. The eighth one is emphasize the speed of refunds, which is just another fear of, you just send it, that you can send it back, but if you send it back, will you get your money fast, or does it take, 8 months or something, which is not, pretty common that you get your money right ahead back, or right now back, if you send it to them. The ninth one is amaze them with what I call the I'll take the risk twist. And the tenth one is give your guarantee a name, which is often seen by pretty much all of these, brand brand products. Yeah, I do not have an example now, but I will think, and I hopefully can name one. The fifth one is closing templates that get the job done. The first one is you will certainly arrive close. The second one is the different results close, and then the crossroads close, the decision time close, and the hand holding close. And there will be an example for all of these. So the example for the first one is, here's what you and I both know. 1 year from today, you will certainly arrive. The question is where? That is your decision to make right now, which is the you will certainly arrive close. The second one is the different results close. Here's the though truth you probably already know. If you want different results, you need to do something different. Make a definitive decision right now to get different results. And this reminds me of a quote, I think. If it's a quote, I don't know if it's actually a quote, but it's something I just really, really emphasize with some kind of, which is you will never get anything else or anything other by just doing the same shit over and over and over again. So if you want different results, you have to do something different than what you're doing right now, which is, pretty common sense, but it's just, it really hits you after you've thought about it just for quite a while, because it's actually the truth and there's no way around it. There's no shortcut and there's nothing. It's always this point, this twist. In just some kind of every situation you could be. But let's talk about the third one, the third close, which is the crossroads close. And the example would be, you're standing at the crossroads. To the left is the same rough, rocky road you have been traveling. To the right is the road fewer people will choose. This road is not harder, it's different. Choosing the right road makes all the difference. I'm hoping you'll choose the right road and join us today. Okay, and then the fourth one is the decision time close, which the example would be, it's been said that in your moments of decision, your destiny is shaped. What will you decide to do right now? The same thing you've been doing so you get the same old results, or will you decide to change your results for the better by joining the champion circle? And the fifth one is the holding close, or hand holding close, sorry, which is, and you won't be alone. I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way you walk through this process, which reminds me on some kind of mentoring program or especially fitness program where they tell you, I'm always there. If there are any questions, you can just hit me up and, name me the questions and I will give you an answer immediately, and so on and so on. Which is, I think, just a pretty great close, because then you can be sure that you won't have any problems with the product, you won't have any, inconveniences. There would be or will be nothing to worry about. But let's see. The offer is the core of your sales copy. It consists of, first one, the benefit of what you're selling, which is meant the transformation. The second one is the vehicle, your mechanism that delivers the transformation. And the third one is the price and the payment terms. Then we have the Open Framework, or OPEN framework, which stands for Oblivious, Pondering, Engaged, and Need. And I will go through all these points. So the first one is Oblivious, which stands for the O, obviously. These are the people who do not know where is a problem. They don't know they have a problem, and they don't know that you exist with a solution. These are the hardest people to sell to, which is totally makes sense, because they do not have a problem, or they don't know that they have a problem, and so they are not searching for a solution for their problem. The second one is the pondering, which stands for the P. The pondering person is considering a solution to the problem. It's just like, I have a problem, but I'm not very sure if I should do something against it, or if it's just fine as it is, and so on and so on and so on. The third one is the the engaged one, which stands for the E. The engages person is actively looking for something to solve their problem. And last but not least, there's the fourth one, the need. This is the person who is in agony. You don't have to sell or pitch a solution to them. These are the easiest people to sell to because they need something, and they probably know that you have what they need. The secret is to address each of these levels of awarenesses with a different kind of offer. The oblivious with something like a soft offer, while the person in need probably only requires a simple hard offer. And I think a soft offer is just kind of, not very sure and not very direct, just a little bit indirect, and maybe to show them that they're actually, or that they actually have a problem, which sounds a little bit weird, but I don't know. And the hard offer would be just, direct in the face. Here's your solution for your problem. You can buy it now with this price or for this price, and so on, which is just pretty direct for me and pretty straightforward. And there are 3 power moves for more compelling offers. The first power move is make sure you're selling them what they want, which is, I think, a pretty great point to point out, because you can't sell anyone what they do not really want. You can make them want something they actually didn't really want, but I think that's much harder than actually giving them something they actually want or really want. And this is also something they have talked about in the upper part of the article, where they were talking about bonuses, and that if you have a product or some kind of service, bonuses are great, but the bonus should be in terms of the product itself. So it should be some kind of connected to the product. If you're selling a fitness program and the bonus is, I don't know, a pen for cooking, this might be working. I don't know. And you get a pen as bonus, a golden pen, I don't know why, a golden pen to a fitness program. Nobody would actually care that they get a golden pen for the fitness program because they don't need it and it's not really connected to it. But let's read ahead. You sell them what they want and you also give them what they need. And the second power move is make your copy crystal clear. If you can read a paragraph and not be sure of what it said, or if you read it to someone and they aren't sure what it says, either that's voodoo copy. And the third power move is use tipping points, bonuses. You need to pay special attention to the bonuses you offer, which is just, I think, some kind of what I was talking about just before. Spend as much time on your bonuses as you do on any other part of your product creation, and as much time on the copy for the bonus as you do on any other copy that you write. The bonus needs to be as good as or better than what you're actually selling. Product launches work because they employ all the psychological triggers of influence, or should. I think they probably, not all of them do, but they actually should. And if they're just, good product launches or good sales, they will just, use all psychological triggers or influences or triggers of influences. And then there are 11 launch copy components you should be looking for. And what does the Times say? The Times says we are good to go. 11 launch copy components. The first one is list building copy. The second one is survey copy. The third one is the product itself. The fourth one is JV recruitment copy. The fifth one is pre-launch copy. The sixth one is the big PDF, then the unpredictable plot complication copy, the countdown copy, the sales letter, post-launch week copy, and the missing piece. As your list and traffic grow, you want to start asking your market what bugs them. Find out what their pain is, which is, I think, what also every influencer and YouTuber should be doing. If you have an audience, just, and you have the ability and you have the possibility to just ask them what they need, and then you will know exactly what they need. You just do not have to, collect data to know it, or, really keep attention to the people and really, really look at them and just, just be like a stalker or something. Just ask them if you can. And then you give them what they need and what they want, and they will be happy and you will be happy. Probably. So they will be happy for sure if you're happy. Not all the time, I think. But there are two ways to go about this when you're thinking about how you're going to create and market your product. To create and market your product, sorry. You can focus on relieving a certain pain in the life of the prospect, or you can focus on moving the prospect towards some type of pleasurable outcome. People will respond more readily or readily and will do more to get out of pain than to get into pleasure, which is totally common sense. If you're fine right now, you won't be really looking for being even finer in the future or right now or whatever. But if you have a pain, if you have a pain, then you're really looking for. It's just the same thing with being ill. If you're ill, you're just pretty fucked up and you hate everything and you do everything against this pain of being ill, and you just take medicine and you, drink a lot and you look at what you're eating. And then when you're healthy again, you start to do everything, pretty much against your health. So most of the people, I hope you're not doing it. I hope you are eating well and healthy and everything and doing sports and everything you need. But most of the time you see people just, when they're healthy, they drink a lot and they eat shit and they do not do sports and they do nothing for their health. But when they actually get ill, they're just, some sort of other person. But let's read again. I recommend focusing on finding their pain and ways to relieve it. You want to think of your product itself as copy because it's making a continual sale to your buyer. You need to think in terms of how you structure the product, how it is written in language that reaffirms the decision the prospect made when he or she decided to invest in it. Think of the product as an extension of your copy, and when you're performing a launch, you don't just want to rely on just your own list. Here is where you begin building anticipation, scarcity, and social proof. This is where you're going to write a white paper, a position paper, or social report that spells out your platform or USP, which is the unique selling proposition. Unpredictable plot complications means things will occur you didn't plan for. An example would be, wow, we had so much traffic from people who wanted to get a copy of our big PDF that our server went down. Which seems to be not pretty good, but these people who didn't get a copy will just try and try again, so until they get one or until they get really, really pissed. This is where we start playing on the anticipation of scarcity. Even if your buyer never sees your actual sales letter, they are still sold by it. As much as 30% of your sales may come in the week after your big launch, which is also in terms of your, if your server crashed, you will probably get these 30% actually the next day or even the week after because, your server crashed. I see this component left out all the time, following up with your buyers and prospects to make your launch become a profitable business. Profitable. It's not profitable, it's profitable. I don't know. Stories are a process by which we learn, live, and believe anything. The best and most successful movie trailers do 3 things without fail. They give you a dominant story idea, which is DSI, offer a sample of the feelings you'll get from the movie itself, and the third one is they provide proof that the movie works. And this was actually it with the book. And I'm now just thinking if I should start now another book or if I maybe should be talking about something different. Maybe I will just talk about something different, and then in the next episode, which will actually be uploaded today as well, and which I will record just now afterwards. But yeah, maybe I'll ask you, what are you interested? If you're just watching this, There are a lot of social media links down in the description, whether you are on the podcast. Everything should be in the podcast description. Or if you're on YouTube, then everything should be in the normal video description and so on. So if you have any questions or anything to tell me, and I will ask you, what are you actually interested in? Because it's pretty hard to find articles, just some kind of, all of them are interesting to me, but I don't know what you're interested in. And so this would be very great to know, so that I can produce content you like and your friends like, or your siblings like, and all these people who have just, these kind of same mindset as we have, or the same perspective as we have. And in terms of perspective, I think that I really have to say something. We are in an era where we have just everything. The last economic collapse was just, I think it was 2007 or 2008. So everything is very, very good right now. And the thing is, people aren't doing as much as they could do. So if you have any dreams to pursue, if you know that you have a destiny and a goal you really want to achieve, we have all the possibilities nobody had a few years ago. Your dad, maybe even, or your grandpa didn't really have the time or wasn't able to build a business from home after he was working. And this is actually some kind of copied from Gary Vee, but if you're interested in what I'm telling you, Gary Vee is talking about it all the time, and I think, and I really emphasize with it, that is very important to tell people. We have the opportunities to do such a lot of things because of the internet. I'm just not talking any shit now. I don't talk because I'm, selling you anything. It's the truth. It's what I think, and this is what I believe, and this is also the reason why I'm doing or putting so much work into what I'm doing right now. I put out 4 social media posts for Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Then I upload 2 regular videos, and then there will be a vlog. And then I also try to communicate on these social media platforms to some sort of get exposure, or just, how should I say, or to connect with people, try to help them. And it's pretty great for me if I can, or actually can, help people with something. If it's in terms of design, if it's in terms of motivation, or just giving somebody nice words or my opinion. This is also, if you're interested in growing on these channels, is also a great tactic to just give your opinion on a few popular posts and people will see it. It's not like all the time you want people to come to your posts and your videos and your podcast and your channel. It's like you get out there and just comment on others so that others will see you. Do not really wait until someone comes to you. You have to take action. You have the possibility to take action, and you should take action because you can. As I was saying, and I didn't really told the story throughout, your grandpa didn't really have the opportunity to build a business after work from 9 to 2 a.m. or 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. But we now have, because of the internet, and you can probably learn anything through the internet because you can Google anything. There are such a lot of informations free out there. You just have to look for them. It's just in terms of looking for them. You will not find them if you don't search for them. And I think these were the last words for this episode, actually. If there's anything, as I was telling you, there are all these links in the description if you're on the podcast, in the podcast description, and if you're on YouTube, in the video description. And I really have to thank you for listening or watching today. My name is Christopher, and I wish you a pretty nice day.